Okay, so pakinggan na natin si Alan Peter Cayetano, Mr. 10K. Asan na po yung 10,000?
The DOJ will
Okay.
that. I just have to reply, Mr. President, kasi nga it was brought up as if yun ang dinidebate natin.
Hindi, ano ba yung
Ang dinidebate
dinidebate?
natin humanitarian. Humanitarian ay walang pakialam sa feelings ng mga posibleng biktima.
Oh my God, grabe naman si Alan Peter. Hindi ba? Hindi ba kung yung logic na ganyan, kung sinabi mo na walang pakialam sa posibleng biktima, dapat din wala rin pakialam yung humanitarian kay Duterte. Kasi number one, siyang lumabag ng human rights violation allegedly, kaya nga siya nasa ICC di ba? So why is it that it's applicable to Duterte yung humanitarian reasons, pero yung sa mga nabiktima niya hindi? Why is it that there is a clear double standards dito sa Senate resolution na to? Because what he is saying is that wag na ano kasi to in response kay Risa Ontiveros and kay Kiko Pangilinan. Si Risa Ontiveros, sinasabi niya na tawag dito, sinasabi niya na hindi daw kailangan na i-house arrest si Duterte dito and face the music doon. Kasi nga, maraming namatay. And umami naman si Rodrigo Duterte. Di ba gusto niya nga mapakulong doon sa ICC? Now that na parang inconvenience sa kanya kasi hindi siya siguro makapag-spread ng propaganda doon. O siguro hindi siya makatake ng Viagra para umiyot ng mga dalagang Pilipina. Yun. Ngayon, it's an inconvenience sa kanya na nandun siya na if you're going to believe yung sinabi ni Trillanes na parang home for the aged lang yun. Parang lahat ng kailangan mo, 24/7 na nurse nandun, pwede siyang tumawag sa kahit sinong kapamilya, merong bantay. It's almost as if it is just a minor inconvenience kay Duterte. Kung titignan mo yung mga sinasabi. In fact, I will also argue na yung mga bumibisita sa kanya, yung family members niya, for the last few weeks na nandun si Duterte, ang lagi nilang comment, he is in good spirits. In fact, please watch nyo yung isang interview nung asawa niya, si Zimmerman yata yun. Basta si Zimmerman and yung yung kanyang anak na si VP Sara, na nakakausap naman daw, in good spirits daw. Masigla pa, nakakausap niya about sa politics, sa flood control, and all of this. Then, you're going to tell me, mga kamatis, mga kaibigan, that we should consider humanitarian reasons for someone like him? Saan ba siya nakakulong? Dito sa Pilipinas? Hindi naman, di ba? Kasi kung sa Pilipinas, I would understand yung humanitarian reason. Kulong nyo sa Kubulyan, okay lang. Pero nakakulong siya doon to somewhere far, far away where he cannot affect this country's politics anymore. Hindi niya na kayang mag-spread ng propaganda. Just remember, last year lang, kung ano-ano yung sinabi niya kay Pangulong Marcos. Sino ba nagsimula nung bangag issue? Hindi ba siya? Hindi ba yun yung propagandang kanyang siniwalat dito sa Pilipinas? Why all of a sudden, someone who constantly breaks human rights is now asking for human rights? Mr. Ambassador to Jesus, it seems to me that it's only convenient. It seems to me that justice is only asked when it is in your convenience. Ganun lang. Ano ba yung paghihirap niya doon na naranasan ng mga pamilyang namatayan sa war on drugs? Is it even comparable? Yung mga nanay or yung mga anak ng mga tatay na namatay doon sa war on drugs, they are forever ulila. Wala na, hindi na maibabalik yung buhay ng tatay nila. Siguro, minsan nagkamali sa buhay, minsan nawalan ng landas, pero sana may pag-asa pa. Kaso pinatay na, so wala na. Pero yung mga anak ni Rodrigo Duterte, they are rich to the gills. Si Kitty Duterte, kita mo, yung mukha niya, build. Si Sara Duterte, poised to be the next president of this country. I don't believe na kailangan ng human rights, ng humanitarian reason ng ganong tao. Every one of them is well off. Yung anak niya ngang isa pumasok sa bar ng gulpe. I don't think that person needs humanitarian consideration when in fact their lives are so good, they are almost kings of this country. Then all of a sudden, kinakawawa siya. Sino kumakawawa kay Tano? Who exactly? Let's continue.
Kasi ang hustisya po
Oh.
ay bulag.
Exactly,
Ay,
kung bulag yung hustisya, then let the ICC decide for the case entirely and hands off na tayo kasi wala na naman sa jurisdiction natin si Duterte. You should know this. Ang jurisdiction niya nasa ICC na. So why is it that the Senate of this country is trying to influence another country's judicial system for a person na mag in favor of the person na being accused of human rights violation? I just don't feel that this is a sincere effort for humanitarian consideration. I feel like this is a this is a push para magpapansin kay Sara Duterte. Na tingnan mo ako, Bibi Sara, tapos na ako sa 2028. I fought for your father. I fought for him to come back. I was the one na nagsisigaw ng bring him home. Come on. This reeks of politics. This doesn't reeks of humanitarian consideration. Diyos mio, Marimar naman. Tuloy.
nakatakip po yung mata para nga walang makita, no? So even if I was a victim of a crime here,
Okay.
no, at masakit na makita akong magpiyansa or may house arrest yung inaakusahan ko.
Pause. This is very misleading. Kasi lahat naman ng crime, okay, lahat ng crime, Nico David, di ka naman abogado. Yes, pero nagkaso na ako and ini-explain sa akin to ng mga abogado ko. Okay? I've paid money for my lawyers to teach me how the justice system works here. Okay? Pero tinuturuan nila ako. Lahat po ng krimen dito sa Pilipinas ay bailable. Okay? Meron lang ibang crimes, especially the heinous ones, are considered as yung bail recommendation niya is wala or zero. Okay? O halimbawa, merong nakasuhan dito for meron kayong nakikitang mga tao na mga nahatulan ng heinous crime, kunyari yung R-word or yung murder, 'di ba, nakakalaya pa rin sila. Usually kino-consider nung judge yung weight ng ebidensya bago ibigay yung bail recommendation sa mga tao, 'di ba? Pero sino nagde-decide noon? Yung korte. 'Di ba? So why is it the Senate is trying to influence a foreign court? I do not understand that for the life of me. 'Di ba? Kasi yun yung ginagawa nila. They are trying to influence ang ICC para ibalik dito si Duterte. Why is that? Why is it that you consider humanitarian reason for this man na pumatay ng marami, admitted na pumatay ng marami, pero you do not consider the victims of him na meron naman talaga? It's just so ironic itong mga ganitong pronouncement na to. And considering this person speaking right now is someone na ambassador ni Jesus Christ. Miski si Jesus Christ hindi yan alam mo yun, hindi ako religious na person, okay? Pero I understand yung basic karunungan ng Biblia. 'Di ba ang sabi, thou shall not kill? Nasa 10 commandments 'yon. Si Duterte proud pa siya sa pagpatay niya. He is an admitted killer of many people. Admitted niya 'yon. He even said na, hurry up, bilisan nyo na, i-prosecute nyo na ako sa ICC. Now that he is getting prosecuted by the ICC, why are we influence peddling this foreign court? For whose purpose? Sino makikinabang sa ganyan? Si Duterte na matanda na. Bakit? Sobrang hirap ba nung buhay niya doon? Kasasabi nga lang nung anak niya nung isang araw na he is doing well. He is doing well. I talked to him. Nag-usap kami about sa politics, sa flood control. And then all of a sudden, biglang hinimatay nung malapit nang lumabas yung resulta, yung i-charge sa kanya. Biglang naging incoherent. How convenient is that? Justice should not be about convenience. It's about what is right. 'Di ba? Hindi ako mabuting tao, mga lods. Meron akong maling ginagawa sa buhay ko. Pero when I see atrocities doing being done to my fellow human, I get upset. And the only reprieve na makukuha nung pinatay ni Duterte ng mga pamilya is for him to stay there and just face the music. Yun lang. Not money, not anything, but just to face the music. Hindi nga, kahit 10K hindi nila hihingin, di ba? Anyway mga Lods, that's all for me. Kayo na lang bahalang mag-decide kung sino tama sa aming dalawa. Gege mga Lods.